Hey guys, we're here. This is my old skidster. I haven't used this in years. It had a bad wheel bearing, and I found another one that was a nice skidster, so I bought that one, and then I just didn't mess with this one. So you can see this thing's like totally freaking hammered. I hope the drive shaft is still good on it. But we're gonna go through the process of doing this. Wasn't looking forward to this, but here we go. Here's the culprit right here. I never, ever greased that thing the whole time I had it. I didn't even know it was there, so. Guess that guy didn't like that vibration.
like I didn't like that vibration.
Alright guys, it's the next day now, and my battery ran out of juice yesterday, so you missed some of it. So here's where we're at. Got this guy off finally, and here's the inside of the case. And this was just all completely filled with water. So I mean, there must have been, I don't know, like 5 or 6 gallons of water in there. So that's all drained out, and I'll show you real quick how I got these nuts off. So I basically took this off in a similar fashion that I broke that wrench, but I put one of these guys on here, and then I had one of these guys like this. So I use this as leverage, and then I like just slam down on this guy. So, but definitely like have something in between here and here. If you just hold this like this and slam on it, it really bothers your hand. And then we snap some of these guys off, so we're gonna have to address that. All right, you can see there's like another gallon of water I just took out of there. All right, you can see this is just sliding off. There's a gear right there. Or a spline, I should say. Holy cow, this thing's heavy though. So we're gonna use this bit right here, which is probably kind of aggressive for what we're doing, but we're not doing any fine machining work. We just wanna get this down to about where it was, just so that thing can rest in place. All right, this is more of a problem, which this thing's totally chowed. We're gonna put a new seal on here and just hope for the best, because this piece is super expensive and I'm not really up for buying a new one. So this guy's a little rough for this, but I'm gonna take this and just rough this in and then come back and clean it up. But you can't get to the back of the race from here, so just because that casting's in the way. So we're just gonna take the welder, put a bead around here on each side, and then after it cools down, it'll contract, and then this just falls out basically. do the best we can with this. I guess we'll just try to pry it out of there. Okay, it's spinning, that's good. So now it wants to come out. All right, guys, I got this thing in here on the bench and I'm cleaning this thing up a little better. So here's the little port where the grease comes in from this grease fitting over here. Make sure you get, I just took a screwdriver like this and this thing goes in there pretty far. I don't know if you can see that. It goes in there pretty far, but when I first started, it only going like right here. But I pulled out some like huge chunks of bearing and stuff in there. So yeah, if you have that port for yours, make sure you clean that out. Otherwise, you're just gonna have huge chunks of bearing going in your new bearing. All right, I'm about to set this seal down in here. I didn't have a socket big enough, but this cap actually sits inside of here. It's not my favorite. I'd have rather gone on the outside edge here, but I think this will support it okay. Okay, so it won't collapse. So I'm just gonna rest that in there. Put this little cylinder cap on there and then just try to tap it in as straight as I can. Let's get this thing straightened out before I start. All right, looks good. All right, so I got the bearing here. So now we're gonna get this race in here. All right, guys, I'm gonna save you a big headache here. I had put that bearing in, it went all the way down to here, and I couldn't see down here, and I thought it had this much more to go. And this is just another lip right here, so don't fall into that trap. So anyways, I took this one out, sacrificed that one. I got another one, I'm gonna put that in. Okay. All right, guys, this thing's super cold, and so hopefully it'll just go right in. Boom, just like that. Let's just give it a little tap. That should be fine the way it is. All right, perfect. So here's what I was talking about. I had it set in this far. Obviously, this is all the way, but I couldn't tell. Like you can see, like right here, and looking from here, you can't really tell that. It just looks like it's supposed to go down further. Anyways, careful of that. All right, guys, I'm going to end the video here for today. I'm waiting for a seal to come in. And then I know I didn't show you how I took the bearings off the shaft and I lost some footage, so I'm going to show you how I did that after I get it back together. We'll review how that came apart. And so yeah, part 2 should be up in a couple days after that seal comes in. Thanks.